Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things that are not worth focusing on. I am your host, who has dressed for success in a lovely purple checkered button-down shirt. It is very nice. Yes, Michael, it is purple, I promise. I am your host, Ben, and we are joined, as always, by Noah, who's donned himself today in a lovely cardigan.
Yeah, I'm noticing that one of us is dressed a little bit differently than the other two.
Yes, and our special guest this week, he's wearing a shirt that very proudly, colorfully, and loudly says Bootios. It's Michael.
That's right. They make sure you ain't booty. So you eat Bootios cereal, and they just make sure you ain't booty. There's also a unicorn on the back. Allow me to demonstrate. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
we can see. It's got sunglasses.
I can.
It's a unicorn.
Is this a wrestling thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
What
I
does it
figured.
mean
Yeah,
to be booty?
Means you're not cool.
But why Bootios? Why would you call them non-Bootios?
Because they make sure you ain't booty.
Anti-booty.
I feel like Bootios would make sure you are booty.
Well, that's not what they're intended to do. I can't remember.
mean,
what does it say? A perfect
Wheaties
way
make
to
you
start
wheat.
the new day.
Just
I
add
Booty.
milk and feel the power.
I accidentally just Googled booty instead of Bootios because I got interrupted. So now I need to clear my search history because I got some powerful
Says-
images.
Made with powerful. Made with 100% positivity.
Yep.
I have to admit that I do that too sometimes, where I'll Google something for completely honest,
You
for
do what?
completely honest intentions, and then realize like what I've just Googled is not something I really want to have live in my search history. So then I go and clear my search history, which makes me feel more guilty. Like now I'm trying to hide something that I shouldn't be ashamed of, but I am. You know what I'm talking about? Am I the only one that feels this way?
Well, no, I just felt
I've-
that way.
Yeah,
Never
okay.
cleared my search history. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Ben's perfect. Come on.
I am perfect. No, I'm not. I'm very much not perfect. No, I've done that for work because at work I work for a number of different clients. And since I work from home most of the time and I'm on my personal computer, there's been times where I've had to look up certain things for clients and I'm just like, this isn't like, what a normal person would look up. There was one time I did extensive research on ketamine. And
I don't even know what that is. Can you explain?
It's a drug
it's a
that
drug.
makes you sleepy, and they use it at the dentist often.
Oh.
Ketamine?
Yeah.
Really? That's what they use?
I'm
They use,
pretty
like,
sure. It
Ketamine, I always thought it was like some like pain reliever.
might-
which I guess would make
nope,
sense.
It's an anesthetic. I think it's known commonly as horse tranquilizers.
Yeah, well, people do use it as a drug and not a dentist drug.
Well,
I
most-
worked at
most people do that.
I worked on a website at one point for a proctologist, and I got to do some fun
yeah.
research for
Let's
that.
go.
And I
Fun
remember
research.
the digital marketing team that I worked with was doing like their digital marketing. And so we always, like, as a show of, good faith, we'll go and like the Facebook page to like
Mhm.
give them more likes. And, people in the office would go and like the page. And I just remember one day like opening up my Facebook and seeing all of my coworkers had liked the Healthy Hiney on Facebook.
That's
I every once in a while I'll be writing for a client at work that sells like women's bathing suits and whatnot, and I'm just this was like the first time I did this. I was in the office and I'm like, I just want to get a sign that says this is for work. I promise. It's for everyone who walks past my desk, and I'm just scrolling through pictures of women's bathing suits. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being on the show. Thank you for coming back, all you listeners, to Noodles at Noon. You can listen to us at noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
or anywhere podcasts are available, like Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, that random app that you downloaded because you thought it was going to be better than Apple Podcasts, but really it's just a glitchy mess. Yeah, we're on that one too.
AM radio station 810
810,
in the
yes.
northern Nebraska region.
Yeah.
Within a 500-foot radius of our transmitter. It's
Yeah,
a
because
very short.
None of us have
It's
the
just a little
actual
metal
license
pole.
from the FCA or whatever, so it's all within legal limits. So we can't have more than a 5-watt antenna.
Yeah.
So it's a very limited range.
You can't even
Noah-
social distance in it. It's a 5-foot radius. So
Yeah. Bring your mask.
One
although it's
person at a
Nebraska, So. Noah and I were having this discussion. Was it you and I, Noah, who had this discussion, or was it somebody else? Where I used to have a little thing you would stick in your cigarette lighter, and you could plug your phone into it, and it would. Was this
Yeah.
you I was talking? Yeah.
yeah.
And you could like tune it to a radio station, and you could like play your music from your phone over the radio, just kind of like if your car didn't have Bluetooth, like mine still doesn't. And one day I got super bored, and I was able to like rig it up with a bunch of stuff. So I was able to like play music from my phone, but also I had a microphone that I was wearing, so I could like switch between the two and kind of be like my own radio DJ. And then I wanted to like get a billboard or like a bumper sticker or something on my car that would say like tune your radio to like 98.5, and people could just tune into my own mobile personal radio station. I'd be like, hey everybody, welcome back to 98.5 The Car.
But then they'd have to like
98.5
stay
the Taurus.
within a very short range of you. Like they'd have to go
ride-
wherever you're going.
Then they'd have to tailgate me relatively unsafely. It would have been fun though. Still think about it sometimes.
You should absolutely do that.
It's possible.
Maybe I
like
will.
my
It is
car has a
possible.
power. Well, I mean, any car has a power inverter if you buy one, but mine has one built into the car. We've got
Mhm.
audio mixers. We've got microphones. We've got someone who knows a lot of historical music, classical and rock and roll and pop and soul and funk and CCM.
Is that you, Noah? I think it's you, Noah. You're the one who knows all that
we
music
got Noah,
stuff.
and then we've got the vocal stylings of you two.
Howdy.
Not Bono, but you two individuals here.
Oh, I'm better than Bono.
It'd be possible. Okay, and
My
Okay.
Bono.
so it'd be hilarious. But
We're going to take our
So that-
podcast on the road, but when we say that, we're not going on tour or anything.
no, literally on the
We're
road.
we're literally just driving on the road.
Yeah, usually when you go on the road, you like stop in venues and do shows inside the venue. But no, we're
Nope.
just gonna
We are the venue.
take it on the road.
So make sure you we'll post a roadmap of where we're going to be, and you can just follow us along. There are some people, if they did that, they would get like a considerable amount of people just driving around following. It'll be like, in Forrest Gump, where he starts running back and forth across the country for no reason, and all the people start following him.
Yeah,
It'd
That
be
would
like
be
that.
like unsafe at a certain point where you just have a barrage of cars following you wherever you go, tailgating you.
It'd be fun though. Well, anyway, like we said, thank you so much for joining us once again. We're going to dive into our weekly updates, and I think we're starting with me. It's me. And my weekly update, I got to play golf a lot this past week, which is, I mean, when I say a lot, I went twice. I went on Saturday with Michael, and we were, how you say, bootios, but not as
What?
bootios as we thought we were going to be. Well, what do you mean, what,
Oh.
Michael? We weren't.
I didn't
mean-
understand the context. Like we were a cereal.
Well, the cereal's called Bootio. Never mind. I'm not that good at golf. I was on the golf team in high school. Fun fact about Ben that I always seem to forget it myself. I even forgot about it when I was in high school and on the golf team. I would randomly forget that I was on the golf team. But the only reason I was on the golf team is because we had tryouts one day. Because I was on it one year, I just kind of like walked on, and then we had tryouts the next season. And like I said, I was terrible at golf. So I went up to the coach afterwards. I was like, Coach, I think I did terrible. Like, I probably won't make the team. And he was like, Ben, let me tell you a secret. I think you're really funny. So you're going to be on the golf team. So there are actual people who got cut from the golf team.
So you could be in.
So I
you
could be there.
take up a slot.
So I could take up a slot. But from that point on, I was like, oh, I know my place here on this team. I'm just the guy the coach thinks is funny, and I'll roll with it. But I do like playing golf, and I like playing golf with Michael. It's something, because you took lessons like as a
Oh my
kid,
gosh!
a
I was
small
like
child.
10 years old. And I took lessons, and well, our stories may slide into each other here, but I took lessons, and what it was would we would go up to the range, the driving range, and this guy, PGA pro golf star Jim Watts or whatever his name is, let's not name drop here. But he would just walk behind us and be like, "Yep," and then just keep going. So like I never learned anything, which is the root of my insecurity with golfing. But we had fun, and it was the first time that I've gone since the last time Ben and I went and actually played, which was several years ago. And I'm not going to complain that because of COVID, it was just the two of us, because usually they try to get you with four, just that way everyone's moving at the same pace. And I was happy that it was the two of us, but we got stuck behind some groups, okay?
Oh,
And
they had like 5 people.
did they have 5 in front of us or 4?
It felt like there was at least 5.
It felt like 5 because they brought the grandma along. And let's just say grandma
Just to
wasn't
color
too
commentate,
skilled.
or was she playing?
She was
No,
like
she was
Ben.
playing.
She was funny.
Oh, okay.
She was funny to the team because
She was
she would take out a one driver from the fairway, which is in the middle of where you're hitting, and she would like drive the ball straight into the dirt. And I'm like, what are you doing? So she would just like keep hitting it, and it took forever. And they had a cart, and Ben and I would be on the green, finishing up. We'd putt. We'd pick up our ball and look up, and they hadn't even teed off because the people in front of them were slow too. So
yeah.
it was cool because we got to just hang out and talk and sing, and I don't remember if dance moves happened. Okay,
Oh, we
dance a
danced.
little bit. But
Um,
it was an event.
I mean, context to the driver thing. How she would use her driver on every single hole. The place we were playing, it's only 9 holes, and it's a par 3, and no hole is farther than
150
like
even.
150 yards. Bit of context. I know she's older, and I used to play baseball, but I can drive a golf ball with my driver about twice that far.
Whoa.
So you don't really need a driver on any of these holes.
Correct.
So it was, and she would always hit it like 20 yards, and then they would load all their stuff up into the cart and then drive 20 yards and unload everybody from the cart.
They had a golf
they could-
cart for this
They had a
course?
Yes.
Is this the course
Yes.
I've been to?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They had a cart, and yeah, that wasn't good.
It
but-
wasn't a good time.
Afterward,
Well, it was a good time, but that part of it was annoying.
so I found in my room afterward, like a couple days ago, a scorecard from the last time that we went, and I scored like 10 strokes worse, or no, maybe like 7 strokes worse than last time. So I was like, hey, that's good. I haven't golfed in 6 years, and I'm improving. So that was great. And then Ben and I had this realization that we choose to land on the green, and that we choose to land on the green in this decade.
Not because it
because
is easy.
but because it is hard. So we choose to land on the green, and I think I may have landed on the green once out of 9 times. My very first shot of the day went straight into the bunker, and that was tragic. However, so after that, Ben had to go to a baseball game. I was doing a video job for a church friend, which was like some football on our middle school field. So I went out there, and in whatever wisdom, I decided not to put on sunscreen again, even though, like, I don't know why. I was like, oh, I should reapply, and I just didn't. I didn't forget. I just didn't do it. So I went out there, and I was filming for them from 10:45 to about 2. Got home, and I had this massive sunburn, and I still do, on only the right side of my face. Now, luckily at this point, it has turned mostly to brown, aka tan, but if you look at this right here, and I have a picture that we can put on the website, I go from like foundation color 15 to foundation color 1. I don't know what that means, but like my shade is so drastically different. And it goes from very white to very not white in the matter of like a line. So I got sunburned, and it is peeling, and it's the first time that's happened to me in a good amount of time. So wear sunscreen if you wear sunscreen. PSA.
Wear sunscreen if you wear sunscreen. That's the PSA.
Yeah, because I didn't wear sunscreen, so I should have been wearing sunscreen.
Okay.
It makes sense. Trust me.
Okay. Also this week I have family in town. That's just a quick little 1-2 punch. Hi, family. good to see you guys. I've never actually met this family, or at least the last time I saw them, I was like 2 or 3 or something. So
Whoa.
it's good to see them. They're visiting from Texas all the way to Fairbanks, Alaska from Texas.
Wow.
It's a long
That's
drive,
commitment, yeah.
but they made it. Got to go through many Purple Mountains majesty to get there, but it's good to see them. I'll see them again, actually not too long from when we're recording this, so that'll be fun. Also, the other time I went golfing with my friend Ben, so it was the 2 of us, Ben and Ben,
Wait,
golfing.
I'm sorry. That's confusing.
Yeah, I know, and it's not like we have similar personalities at all. We're both kind of loud, baseball-loving people. But
Loud
you know how
people.
loud baseball people. How
Loud ballers.
Michael said it was the 2 of us, and they didn't add somebody else. With this one, they did have a solo that they did add to our group, and his name was Nate. I didn't ask him, but I'm never going to see him again. But I was just thinking, imagine being like, yes, I'm going to go enjoy a nice, quiet evening playing a little golf
Oh no.
at my favorite local city course.
No.
And then you get teamed up with me and my other friend Ben, who's like me, but louder. Just having to deal with that for 9 holes. We just played the front 9 at a city course where I did have to use my driver on occasion. And it did not go quite as well as it was with Michael. I did poorly.
We did.
I did quite
I think
poorly.
you and I did above exceeding expectations, as our report card in school would used to say. at
Exceeds.
For
the golf
exceeds.
course. I accidentally just said the name of the golf course, but I stopped saying it before I got too far. I think that we exceeded our own expectations, which was good because I had more fun that we both did well, or somewhat.
Me too.
Somewhat well.
Yeah.
But, like not like garbage. Like the time that we went with Noah, and I think I was like in the 70s. So
I don't remember how I did, but I think I got like
I'm
a
sure it was
max.
great.
It's a max of 6, right, per hole.
Technically, but you can go over that.
yeah.
I think I hit 6 every single hole except for 1. So that's been my one golfing experience.
I'm trying to pull up our golf card on my phone, but that's fine. We'll skip past that. Michael, do you have anything else to share about your week? Or should we go straight to Noah?
Well, before Noah gets to say anything, I just want to say, Liz and Aaron, thank you again for being on the show last week. It was so
yes.
much
Oh, yeah.
fun to listen to. I was actually laughing out loud. Not to say that I don't usually when I listen back to our shows, but it sounds narcissistic if I say that. But I really, I got to listen to it a little bit early before the normies because I'm on the Patreon, so I got to hear it early.
Mm-hmm.
And topicplease.com, our friends over there, they crushed it. It was so funny.
They did.
And they are
was a good
always
show.
welcome to come on the show whenever they'd like. And also, sorry if you hear the coughs and the allergies are whooping my butt right now.
Yes.
The other day, I looked out the window in the kitchen and there was like stuff blowing. I'm like, oh, is it snow? Oh, that's pollen. That is pollen. So the pollen has found its way into my schnoz and upper respiratory area, and it sucks. So I apologize for all that stuff, but get used to it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's going to be for the rest.
You guys know I work at a lawnmower factory, and you guys also know that I am extremely allergic to every kind of grass and tree and pollen.
Yes.
And last week we were out like testing out some of the mowers because in the summer we have people out and they're like our sales people at dealerships, and it's an opportunity for us employees to get to drive some of the mowers. And so I was taking one of the mowers out, and I thought, oh, there's like this field right here with grass that's, super tall, like foot tall grass of field grass. I should just go mow that, like just mow it down and see what happens. And I'll tell you what happens is the mower did excellent. The operator did not. And I just I was surrounded in a cloud of field grass that I had brought up, and was really regretting having not worn a mask at that moment because it really would have helped. And I'm still
you're probably
feeling
thinking like, I'm by myself in the middle of a field. This
Right.
is probably the safest place I can be.
I don't
wear
need
my
a mask. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with Aaron and Liz. And they also, because I think Liz said on the podcast that she really wanted to try making waffle burgers, and they sent some pictures in the public Discord that they did make waffle burgers, and they looked really good. They looked like they turned out really good.
They did. I would totally eat one. If you're not in the Discord, make sure you go to noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
And click the join the Discord button, and then you can get akin to all of our like exclusive content that we totally have.
Sometimes
so you can
we
see
remember
those
to post extra things.
burgers, and you can head over to Noah's Spiritual Corner and get spiritualized, and go to Michael's Science Corner and get science-alized.
Educationalized.
And then go to Ben's
Get
Health
vaccinated.
Club and realize how unhealthy I am.
Vaccinated with information.
Hear Ben's hilarious gym stories of him going to the gym and forgetting things, and
They're about once a month, so that I will hasten myself to the gym. I think it's funny. There was one time, like, Michael randomly asked, "What do you eat for a healthy breakfast?" at my name, and he said, "Other than the cereal concoction, which is now infamous." And then my response was coffee and antacid, and then nobody ever responded to that. Which is accurate. That's what I would have every single day. Coffee, and I used to have a bottle of antacid that just sat on my desk. Yeah. So, go join our Discord.
speaking of the Discord, we had some drama in the Discord this week that I really wanted to talk about. I think Michael missed out on all of it until the
Michael
next
was
morning.
definitely
I know what you're
asleep
talking
when this
about.
all
Okay.
happened.
So I don't remember one of the days this week. As we've talked about before, we also have a Minecraft world that we all share, and anybody from the Discord can get on. So normally what you do is you go to the website and you join the Discord, and then it has all the information to get into the Minecraft server. So I check Discord and I see that 2 new people have joined the Discord, and every time that happens, I'll go to our private chat and say, "Okay, Ben or Michael, who knows this person? Like,
Right.
who are these people?" And it was weird because these 2 people, like, they had names I didn't recognize, and one of them just immediately went to our public chat and put a video about how to whitelist your server, like how to prevent hackers from getting into your Minecraft server. And I think Ben maybe messaged, or somebody messaged and said, like, "Hey, I think there's like some hackers on the Minecraft server." Like, I
Yeah,
think some
so-
people hacked into Minecraft.
I was in the Minecraft world with somebody else, and 2 people just like randomly jumped in, and I was like, okay, maybe I don't know how they got in here. So, and then I saw them join into our Discord, which is funny that we kind of expected people only to get to our Minecraft server by being in our Discord and going to the Minecraft channel in our Discord. However, in our Minecraft world, there is a sign that Noah put up, which has directions to our Discord and our website. So it's like, we kind of like built it so people could get to our stuff without.
So yeah,
being in
somehow they found our server address for Minecraft.
I don't even know how.
And just jumped into that. Fortunately, they were very nice and didn't like destroy
incredibly nice.
everything or just start blowing things up. They just kind of wandered around and checked out all the things we'd built. And they actually jumped in the voice Discord. And Ben, I think you talked with them a little bit because you were on Minecraft too with them.
I did. They were nice. Like, they didn't.
So
yeah.
weird.
They were pretty chill.
So
Like,
weird.
it was the weirdest thing. And the only thing I can think of is the pure happenstance that when they got in, we were also in there.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of like, oh, there's other people in here. And
yeah.
So that's either lucky or I don't know.
I wonder what they would have done if nobody was there. Like, would they have started blowing up our buildings? Were they just genuinely trying to, I don't know. But they did teach us how to whitelist it so they couldn't hack in again, which was very nice. But So I ended up getting in a conversation with them over the Minecraft chat because I was getting messages like, hey, I think somebody hacked into our server. So I got on and I just asked, there was one guy on there and I said, hey, who do you know on here? Just to make sure, like, oh, do you know Ben? Are you, friends with Michael from college or whatever? And he gave me some other name of some other person I didn't know. And pretty much made the conclusion like, okay, this guy's a hacker. So I kicked him. Like I banned him from the server. But I banned him in a way where he could apparently get back in like a minute later. So he just came right back in. And so it's like I kick him from the game. A minute later, he joins the game again. And then he says, okay, now hear me out for a second.
And by this time we were in a different call talking about this, right?
Yeah, without them. And so he said, like, I am an employee with Minecraft, and I'm here to teach you how to lock your server down so this doesn't happen again. And then Daniel, friend of the show, was also on there, and he started asking them, like, who was the first president of Russia? And, like, all these random
To which they
questions.
said Putin, which, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to answer that question. I wouldn't have said Putin, but
Right.
I mean, are we talking Russia or like USSR? Like, what are we talking?
But we had kind of a weird conversation back and forth. I said, okay, if you're an employee for Minecraft, like, tell me about Minecraft 2. What are you guys working on? And he said, like, there are no plans for Minecraft 2. And so I sent him my ideas for Minecraft 2.
You did. That was very kind of you.
What did I can't remember. We had a couple ideas. I think I said I wanted Sonic the Hedgehog in it. I wanted him to be in Minecraft 2.
I think that was the main one.
But then I ended up kicking them out of the server and then kicking them out of the Discord. And they haven't come back. And I shut down our server where only people that I whitelist can get in. So all's well that's ended well. And nothing got destroyed. And we had a nice encounter with some nice hackers.
They were very nice.
I felt a little guilty.
I did too. Like, are we supposed to witness to these people instead of banning them?
You should have done that, Ben. You should have started like an evangelism track.
I didn't have my Jesus cube with me. I didn't have my Evangel cube. Can you make an Evangel cube in Minecraft?
I think if you just like chatted like, where are you going when you die in the world of Minecraft, just like doesn't translate as well.
Apparently that's a conversation for next week. Because there's a random thing in our show notes for next week that says, are you going to heaven?
Oh, yes. I know what that's about.
Did you put that there?
I put that there.
Because it wasn't me.
I was trying to save this graphic off for a website I was working on for a client.
So you put it here.
So I needed to like save it somewhere where I could download it. And so I saved it in our show notes folder. So now we have this
heard
cloud
of
picture.
these things called flash drives?
Different circumstances. It worked out. I got what I needed, and then I left it because I thought it looked good here.
Okay. It's led to a number of theological conversations between Michael and I, but not in the traditional sense. We would just go back and forth leaving comments on it in the document.
Oh, really? I missed all that. We have a Google
yes,
Doc for our show notes, everyone, and it's pretty fun.
Who is this lady that's been put in here, and why are we...
What is the aspect ratio?
Why are we torturing her in the manner at which we're destroying this photo? I don't like it.
I think for the future of the podcast, we just need to do like screen sharing and video so everybody can understand all the things that go on.
All the things we look up
in this Google
in the
Doc
middle of the
during
show.
I do have one other thing I want to mention before we move on. This is my Steve Jobs one more thing moment. I mentioned last week
There's a pencil
that we went to. Yes,
whoa,
the Apple
whoa,
Pencil.
Whoa. You went where? Sorry.
You went where?
Whoops. Name drop. Last week I went to a city with Jessie, my wife, for our anniversary. Happy anniversary, Jessie. Did that myself. Didn't need Ben to remind me. And I mentioned the dinner place we went to and the waffle burger I ate. the best part of the weekend that I totally forgot to mention was we were sitting out on this patio, eating our waffle burgers, having a great time in the downtown area of the city. And this shirtless guy comes careening down the street. And we were on like a street corner, and he like grabs the fence to like spin himself around so he can start going down the side street. And he just goes tearing that way and into like a parking garage. And we thought, oh, that's interesting. Like, he's a runner, or he's, doing a really,
he's a runner.
really hard exercise.
He's a runner.
He's a runner. And then sure enough, like 30 seconds later, this man dressed in like a full suit with a clipboard also comes running by, and like running much slower than the shirtless guy for sure. But he's also chasing him down. And the people were all like, he went in the garage. And he goes like tearing off down the street into the garage. But it's always disappointing with these things because I'm never going to know what that was about. Like, I will never know what that situation was, but it was really fascinating.
See, that's an experience, a very good one, but it illustrates this realization that I've had many times that there are certain moments in our life where we are just witnessing like 1/10 of like a second of somebody else's life. And we will never like understand that full story. We were just there to witness one really confusing part. Like the other, a while ago, the thing that made me realize this was
Jimby,
I was getting some.
Guy.
Yeah,
You told this story on the show before.
Have I told this story where there was a blind man carrying a djembe through the area that I was in? I was just eating ice cream cone. There's a blind man with a dog and a djembe. Or no, he didn't have a dog. He had the seeing eye stick and a djembe just walking through town. And I was like, I'm never going to understand this story. But I really wish I would.
As the Noodles historian, I'd like you to refer back to episode, whatever was like mid-October, maybe.
Just go listen to all of them. Give them all a listen.
Man, that was probably like show 10.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I was probably earlier than that.
Really? Okay.
It was early.
Go to show 6. Go check it out. I'm sure it's in there. Or if
we
not,
probably sound unrecognizable. If we were to go listen to that, it wouldn't even sound like us. We've aged.
Yeah. So old.
Do we have any games this week, Ben?
Hold up.
Oh, you.
Whoa.
Oh,
Michael has
something to
something
say.
very important to share, and it is very much in the show notes.
Yeah, and
sorry.
Noah never learned how to read. So today I would like to propose something, okay?
Marriage?
As we know, I spend probably, admittedly, way too much time on YouTube. I don't watch TV. I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch Hulu. I don't watch series on these things. YouTube is my entertainment source. Now, that being said, sometimes you see some really interesting comments from some really interesting people. So today I propose to you the first installment of YouTube Comment of the Week. Now, here we're going to understand the spirit of this comment as I read it. Now, this comes from a video on, I can't remember where, but it's Jacob Collier answering music questions. Jacob Collier is an amazing musician who, if you don't know who he is, you need to check out his stuff on YouTube. It's just mind-blowing. So here's the comment. This comes to us from Linda Jacoby. Sorry, Linda. And she says this, quote, "Really interesting to me, as I learned to play organ many years ago, and my husband accidentally fell through the ceiling on it, and it is now no good. We had many enjoyable times around that organ, so singing songs and learning how to play. It was also a good stress reliever for personal worship and many memories I hope we have forever. I have not been able to afford another organ, but would love to spend my last days on this earth playing and singing again. God bless you for your knowledge and for sharing, and for inspiring some of us to get back to doing what we do." So that's from Linda, end quote. And that is in the vein of YouTube Comment of the Week. So we might continue that. But her husband fell through the ceiling.
Hang on, I'm sending something very important in the private chat.
I hope he is okay.
Yeah, I guess she didn't really say. Is this something we can add the audio to the podcast?
Yeah, this is like a golf pro shop.
All right, so I have not seen this video. It's a security camera of the inside of a golf pro shop. Oh my goodness!
Hey,
Guy
Ron.
just falls through the
Hey, Ron. Hey, Billy.
That hurt.
That's it's all I could think about when you were sharing that comment. We'll
That's
link
probably
that
how
on
it
the.
happened.
I assume only there was an organ underneath it.
I just love they never really break. It's just like, oh,
Hey, Ron.
came
Hey,
through
Billy.
the ceiling.
If any of our listeners have a YouTube comment of the week that you'd like to supply, you can go to noodlespodcast.com
Noodles podcast.
Noodlespodcast.com.
and you can submit that as either a voice or a text submission, and we will be interested in having that on the show. So that might continue. We'll see.
We shall see. But moving on to some. Thank you for that, Michael. That was a great idea.
Yes.
And it inspired another YouTube video, which will be at noodlespodcast.com.
Great. Goodbye, guys.
Cool.
I was just waiting on someone to say noodlespodcast.com.
Oh, noodlespodcast.com.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
I said you can go to noodlespodcast.com and just wait. Nobody said anything. But we do have some games for this week. The first of which, coming from Noah, I believe. There's many images that are polluting our Google Doc, and I'm having trouble scrolling through them
There's a bunch
in
of
an attempt to find where we are.
stretched nightmare images in our Google
It's
Doc. This is
horrifying.
ridiculous. All right. We have a Cthulhu game this week. And as
Whoa.
we know, the Cost Cthulhu series was created by Michael, and it is now being so lovingly spun off or stolen to talk about eBay purchases.
Gwyneth Paltrow?
Ben, this game is for you specifically because I know you are an eBay guru. You purchase lots of baseball cards on eBay, right? Is it
I
eBay
do.
you typically buy them? Yeah.
I use eBay. It's a fun time.
Well, we're going to take a look at some of the most expensive items ever sold on eBay. From like aircraft. Aircraft has been sold on eBay. To expensive trading cards. That's probably something Ben knows a little more about. We know Pokemon cards are also on the rise right now and getting kind of ridiculous. So I have 5 questions here today, and you guys have to guess the price of the product. I'll give you a short description. Price is right rules as usual, so closest to the number without going over. First question. How much would you guys pay for lunch with Warren Buffett?
It's Warren
rhetorical.
Buffet.
Oh, you stole my joke.
Golden Corral.
Auctioned off as a benefit to raise money for Glide, a nonprofit that provides services to those in need in San Francisco. There was a lunch with Warren Buffett for sale on eBay. And my joke, which I'm going to say anyway, the article does not say, however, if the lunch was at a buffet. Michael, how much do you think this lunch with Warren Buffett sold for?
Two numbers came into my head. The first one was 500, and the second was 325. Now I'm gonna let Ben take the 500 if he so desires, and I will take the 325.
I mean,
$325?
Correct, not 3.25.
Okay.
That'd be a cheap lunch.
I feel like that is way too low. Like, I'm thinking in like the tens of thousands of dollars range, but I'll take the 500. And the thing that confused me was, am I buying lunch for Warren Buffett, who is considerably richer than I am, or is he purchasing the lunch?
I don't think it's an opportunity to buy lunch for Warren Buffett. I think it's
Okay.
a lunch
I
that
would
is
pay-
paid for
I
by
would pay
Warren
much
Buffett. Warren
less
Buffett will take you to
if I was
lunch.
buying lunch. I don't know why that would, like, because if I think that's like a factor of a few $100s to me. Like, even if it's like a $5 like Subway sandwich, like I would still like, I'm buying him lunch. No, I'm not paying that much amount. No, but yeah, I'll go 500 because I think it's way more than that.
All right. This is going to throw you guys off, kind of like with the NFT game last week. Lunch with Warren Buffett sold for $4,567,888. So
Ben did say that is way too low. Quote.
Yeah,
Ben takes the point
I wasn't wrong.
with $500.
Don't they do? I don't know if this is a location reveal, but like St. Jude Dream Homes, where they raffle off a house that's like $1 million house.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's makes sense, but that's so much money for such a useless experience to have.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess with
yeah.
these things, I always just think, wouldn't it be easier to Warren Buffett to just like give $5 million and not miss it? And I don't know. Then he wouldn't have to go to lunch. Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't he rather pay $5 million to not have to go to lunch with some strange
I
rich
would.
person?
Yeah.
At this point, you're essentially like, it's like I'm paying $4 million to go on a date with Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't pay that amount of money to go on a date with anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think anybody would accept that amount of money to go on a date with me.
If you have to pay $4 million to go on a date with someone,
It's
is
not
that a
love.
good basis for a relationship?
No.
All right. Well, Ben is going to take that point. We'll move on to question number 2. The town of Albert, Texas. Just the whole town. That's it. And this is a
What?
13-acre ghost town that once had a population of 50 back in 1925. It
Oh,
features
wow,
an ice
50.
house, a pavilion, a
No.
dance hall, a tractor shed, no tractor, I don't think, and a 3-bedroom house, along with some orchards. So this 13-acre town of Albert, Texas. Ben, how much did this sell for on eBay?
May I just say, I don't think it has an ice house anymore. It might have like a puddle house.
It's
there's
still
no
down
ice
there. It's been there for 100 years.
The ice. I think the number starts with a 2. So it's either $2, $200, or $20, $2,000, $20,000. I think it's like $25,000 because, like, yes, it's a whole town, but it's a whole tiny town in Texas, which once you get past the novelty of owning a tiny town in Texas, you own a tiny town in Texas that nobody else lives in. And
nobody else wanted, apparently.
And nobody else wanted. Got sold on eBay. So $25,000.
All right, $25,000. Michael,
So
your thoughts?
You said 13 acres. Is that correct?
13 acres.
Okay.
Yes,
So-
1-3.
Now, Ben has some line of reasoning here. However, I'm going to express due negligence and say I don't know how much it costs for land, but 13 acres and $25,000 is way too low. However,
It is Texas.
it is Texas. Thank you. I was about to get there. So, gosh, if I almost just want to say 26, but just to to not do that, I'm not confident at all. I'm gonna say $1. I just did it. I know.
Whoa.
I know. I misled everyone, including myself.
Okay.
$1, Bob.
All right. I will remind you both that last time the highest number was about 4.5 million under. Ben is going to take this point, and his asking number was only 1,000th exactly of the cost of the town. The town sold for $2.5 million.
Is it pretty? Like, why?
I don't
What's it
know.
called?
I don't have any pictures. Albert, Texas. I guess you can look it up and see. There's a 3-bedroom house on it, so that's that's something.
It's a 3-bedroom house.
Oh yeah, it's got like a sweet dance hall with a Texas flag in it.
You see, yeah, that's what makes it right there. That's all.
You could
$2
do your
million
wedding
right
there. Yeah, you make back that
There's a
money
sign
on
that says
weddings
beer.
easy.
Voted best burger in the
I see
galaxy.
that. The moon in the picture.
Wow,
That's that's a good photo, actually.
yeah, that's a $2.5 million photo there.
It
All
looks
right,
like it's
so-
undergone some sort of revitalization.
Yeah, probably whoever spent the $2.5 million had more money to put into some improvements, like maybe electricity. It looks like they have a dish, so maybe they can get some Food Network in there. I don't know. It's
Fun.
had some improvements. All right, Ben is
I don't
up
know why I
2
feel so like. Yeah, I feel like salty about this, even though I won. I don't know why.
Yeah, you guys might need
Huh.
to think a little bit bigger in numbers
Yeah,
here.
but you're gonna say that, and then the next one's gonna be like $2. So I don't trust you.
Okay. I was not going to bring this up again, but I am going to bring this up again. This came from a list of the 25 highest priced items on eBay.
Okay. Well, that's
Oh, you're so right.
that's more helpful.
I did say that at the
remember that
beginning, but I
now.
think with
He
the
did. We forgot.
I'll just remind you guys of that, just so it'll help you out. But these are not priced in order. Like, it's not going to keep going up or keep going down or anything. I randomized the order of these questions. So, third question. Elvis Presley's 1912 baby grand piano. Michael, you're a bit of an Elvis fan, correct?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
He has a velvet Elvis right behind him.
Is that
You
true?
can see that? Okay, yeah.
All right. It was sold in 2017 to coincide with the 40th anniversary of Elvis's death, and it was kept in his home for personal practice and performances. How much did this 1912 Elvis Presley baby grand piano sell for, Michael?
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. At school, we had a Steinway full grand piano that was like a disgusting amount of money. I think it was $100,000 plus. So obviously, my answer is going to be in the millions because it was blessed by the hands of Sir Elvis Presley, who could gyrate his hips like no other human known on the
So
planet.
beautiful. Just brings a tear to my eye.
So I could, since you said aim high, and you also told us that we need to aim high, I think that this could go for $5.1 million.
$5.1
You're low.
million dollars from Michael. All right. Ben, you think he's low?
I think he's low. Now that I know this is the most expensive stuff sold on eBay, there's been baseball cards that have sold for like more than that. I'm gonna go 7 million, but I think it's still even more than that. I just don't want to. I'll give him a little cushion in case he's
Make it
closer, but I think it's more in like the $40 to $50 million range.
All right.
Is it a sweep?
Somebody making a note. I'll be back in 30 seconds. All right. I don't have my bongos with me
I
like
can't hear
Michael
that at
has.
all.
But
Yeah, it's fine.
wait, are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
I don't have my bongos like Michael has, but I do have my cajon, and that's the sound that means you are both over. So
What?
we will take it
Wow.
back to Michael. And now I'm out of breath.
He looks ill, guys. So let's see. Wow, I'm like Ben. What in a high pitched tone is also my reaction, because I thought that was high. So I will move to a sly. I've got nothing. What's my favorite radio station? $1.79 million.
The bear.
The mayor.
The bear. That's
too low.
annoying.
It's way too low.
'Cause I'll say 2 million. I was actually gonna say 1.7, but now I probably shouldn't.
Oh.
I'll say 2 million.
All right, 1.79 and 2 million.
We're both over
No
again.
way.
That is
That's
over
not
again. Keep trying.
This was played by Elvis Presley.
I know.
Well, I guess he's
Okay,
a
we
loser.
both say a number at the same time now, Michael.
Yeah, okay. At the same
Okay.
time.
3, 2, 1.
$650.
$1. 650 100,000. Hang on, 650 100,000. I think that's up to
650,000.
That's like
I think that's technically like 6.5 million. 650
That's not how I learned
100,000.
numbers in elementary school.
Do you want to say
650,000?
650,000? Is that your guess?
And I said $1.
All right. That means Ben takes the point again.
Game over.
Ben, $375,190. I know. I was
This
shocked
is a
at that
piano
too.
played by Elvis. I would pay more. I can't, but I would pay more money for that than that.
I know. Maybe it's worth something more now. But this was only back in 2017, so I don't know. Maybe
the world's a different place now.
the world's
That's weird.
But just to make it fun, we'll run through these last couple of questions real quick. Because one is about cards. This one is a card, Ben.
Okay.
So this is right up your alley.
He'll definitely not
However,
get this one right.
It is a Black Lotus Magic card from the very first printing of Magic the Gathering. Ben, you big into Magic the Gathering?
No, neither is Michael, I don't think.
Michael just lost his mic.
Assaulted his microphone. 17 million.
17 million. Michael.
That's not true.
I honestly couldn't care anymore because I really have to use the restroom. I will say a sly.
Say $1 because I'm wrong. I said 17 million, but say
sly
$1 'cause I'm wrong.
$1.
Michael takes the point.
Oh,
It was an even $250,000 for one card. So not 17 million, but a lot. Michael, would you like to take a bathroom break?
No, I'm good. As long as we keep going. As long as you stop leaving to run to your basement, we're good.
I only did that once. Okay, and final question. This is the most expensive item that's ever been sold on eBay. The Giga Yacht. A 405-foot mega
I
yacht.
thought he was about to say $405 million yacht.
Oh,
Boy,
wait.
how
Oh,
much
no.
did he go for?
405-foot mega yacht. Purchased by a Russian billionaire, Roman Abramovich. 3,000 square feet. Master suite on the main deck. 10 multi-level VIP suites with panoramic windows. 8 guest rooms. A children's cabin. A gym. Office area, movie theater, spa, retractable glass elevator. I don't even know what that means. A jet stream.
I feel like all elevators are retractable.
I guess it depends on, your definition. A jet stream, swimming pool, movie theater. That's written twice. I don't know why. And a helicopter pad. I don't even know. Theaters. Ben, maybe. How about? What do you think?
$124 million.
Oh, low.
Ooh, Michael.
Low. Look, I was not watching, but following the Formula One Monaco Grand Prix a couple weekends ago. And this is the most extravagant race of motorsport. It's in Monaco, which is it's just like near France. And this is where the guys with big money show up. So one of the team principals, Lawrence Stroll, shows up in his yacht. And if I remember correctly, it was $400 million. So I'm going to say, Noah raised his eyebrows, but I don't think that's a tell. I think that's just that's a lot of money. I'm going to go $350 million because it might protect me because I don't know how quickly yachts depreciate, but it's got a lot of stuff. So I'm going to say $350 million.
All right, $350 million. Ben gets the point again, and he was actually really close. This sold on eBay for $168 million.
Nice.
That's it?
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess one of the cheaper yachts out here. I know, it's not that impressive. Only the 10 VIP suites. You can only have like your 10 closest families come join you.
Families. Accurate. Well, I will take my victory in stride and transition into a new game as we play Is This a Simulation? Where we try to decide whether we're living in a simulation or not. Not really. As I mentioned earlier, I have family in town this week, and the oldest of the family, or the oldest son of the family, introduced me to a new video game called Farming Simulator 2019. As you might expect, this simulator includes farming. You cultivate, sow, and harvest your own farm with a high degree of accuracy. I assume I haven't played it that much, nor have I ever owned a farm. If I bought that place in Texas, I would, maybe. Now, we had all here in the call heard of this game before, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the first time some of you had heard of this game. And that got me thinking, what other wild and weird simulator games exist? So I have 5 quick rounds where I'll be asking whether or not this game is a simulation, meaning each round will either be a real or made up game by my tortured mind. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Perfect. We will get right underway with the Fazoli's Simulator. Will you hear Noodles at Noon playing in the bathroom? Probably not, since this game was last updated in 2014. Want extra breadsticks? Just ask. Ordering the baked ziti? Well, you'll have to wait in real time for it to be provided to you as you talk with your fellow patrons. The game starts as you walk through the doors and ends when you leave, and provides you a randomly generated amount of friends you are eating with, which always feels a little optimistic. So far, this game has 42% positive reviews on Steam. Is this a real game or a fake simulation game that I have created?
Have you guys noticed that our local Fazoli's is closed?
Yeah, they shut down.
Yeah, it closed like
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah, they shut down. I had no idea.
This is fake.
Michael says this is fake. Noah, what do you believe?
I have to agree. I feel like I would have heard of this. And
The Fazoli
Fazoli's
Simulator?
too coincidental.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Well, this one is false, but that will bring us to the next one, the Toast Simulator. This game's description reads, it's all about toast. Has a 3.8 rating on Google Play. Noah, is this a real simulator or a fake simulator?
I've heard of Bread Simulator, I think it's called, or I Am Bread. I don't know much about that game. Yeah, this sounds like a Google Play tier game.
Okay, Michael.
Dang. I was going to say the same because I think I've heard of that same one where you like try to get in the toaster from different parts of the house. And it seems like one of those rip-off games of an actual game. So I would also say yes, but is it going to get really boring if I say the same thing as Noah?
That's up to you.
Do it.
I'm going to say no. Just to make it interesting.
Just to make it interesting, well, this game is real. One review reads, this game is amazing. Toast comes out of a toaster. That's all I need in my day. Perfect fun with friends and family. So yeah, congratulations, Noah. You get a point. We'll move on to the third game, which is the Cockroach Simulator. This game is about the hard life in the kitchen, and it in this unusual place, many interests intertwined. But the only war between humans and cockroaches is truly epic and destructive. You can choose any sides and try your hand. This game has 77% positive reviews on Steam. Cockroach Simulator. Michael, is this a real or fake simulator?
Pretty sure I played it at Chuck E. Cheese as a kid. So I'm going to say... No, I'm kidding. There was a game where you'd stomp on spiders at Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
This one I genuinely don't know. Does it seem like something... Does it seem like it'd have 77% likes? That's a hard one. I'll say yes.
He says it's real. Noah, what do you say?
Oh man. Well, it's not coming up in my Steam, so that's kind of weird.
Cheater!
No, just kidding. I'm not looking. Yeah, I think I want to say this is real too.
You both say real, and you are both correct. Yes. This is a real simulator game, and one review reads, yes, very good game, better than League of Legends.
That's not hard.
Which isn't hard. Next one, McDonald's Ice Cream Machine Simulator. The objective is simple. Sit there and do nothing. 49% positive reviews on Steam. Is this real or is this fake? And we'll start with Noah.
I don't know, man. This sounds fake to me, but I also know the meme of like the McDonald's ice cream machine is always broken. I think I have to say it's fake. I'm sorry. I have to say it.
All right. Noah says fake. Michael.
I think fake as well. However, to make it interesting, I think that you would make this one fake based on the psychology. But I have to make it interesting. So it's real. This is so real, I'm downloading it right now.
Well, it is fake. I did make it up. Which brings us to our final round with Noah up 2 and Michael down 2. The PC building simulator. Is there anything more meta than building a PC on a PC that you built?
Why would you do this?
Build your very own PC empire. From simple diagnosis and repairs to bespoke boutique creations that would be the envy of any enthusiast. With an ever-expanding marketplace full of real-world components, you can finally stop dreaming of that ultimate PC and get out there, build it, and see how it benchmarks in 3D Mark. 94% positive reviews on Steam. Noah. Oh, wait. Did I start with Noah last time?
Yeah, I think you did. I think it's Michael.
Okay. Michael.
Okay, this is too easy. Everyone knows this one. It was huge on the YouTubes like a couple of years ago, I think. All of the big people played it. PC Building Simulator is absolutely a game.
Confidence from Michael saying that it's real. Noah, your response.
I think so too. I think it is too, and I also know
Make it
that
interesting.
picking the same answer as Michael will automatically make me win either way. And I do genuinely think it's real. It sounds terrible. PC building is not fun. But I feel bad for Michael. But I didn't win a game last week, so
That's true.
Wait,
I
no.
deserve this.
Wait, if you say no, aren't you still up by a point? I think you are.
Yeah, you're gonna win no matter what.
You win regardless
Noah,
of what
just
you
say no.
So just
Oh,
put
okay.
something out there.
I picked no.
Okay, he picks that it's fake. Well, it's real. And one review reads, super unrealistic. I was able to order a high-end GPU and have it delivered the next day at a reasonable
Noah,
price.
relevant to your conversation earlier.
Yes, I was just talking about trying to find a new GPU, and they're all like $1,000 because of crypto. Darn it!
Gosh darn it,
Use
crypto,
your crypto
ruining everything.
profits to buy a crypto
Use
card.
Except my crypto profits do not even cover
Not
a
who
new
cares?
GPU.
That's the ultimate meta.
Yeah, really.
Well, good job, Noah, on winning a game. The Is This a Simulation game? You truly know whether or not we're living in a simulation. Make sure you inform us thusly whether we do or not. And thank you all for listening. I also won a game, so congratulations to me. Congratulations to Michael on wearing a Bootios t-shirt, which I
Thanks.
didn't know existed until this exact moment. So thank you all so much for listening. You guys are the true winners because we're all winners here. Michael, Noah, do you have anything else you would like to add?
Peace, brother.
Can I use the restroom now?
Yes, but you have to bring your microphone with you.
Dismissed. Nope. Passes out.
Okay, fine. Noah, anything you want to say about Michael while he's gone?
You know what? I think in the comments, Michael gets just a lot of hate, but I think as his friend, I think Michael's all right.
I think he deserves most of it. Anyway, have a good week. Bye. Love you all.